On you go.
Last time. Who wants to get their inspiration for explaining what happened last time?
Okay,
Everybody
then.
jump up at once.
Yeah, okay, then. Here we go. We spent a bit more time in the great kingdom of the dwarves. We had fun in the mine carts. We swapped some cash around, liquidated a few treasured assets. It could have made good souvenirs and talking points in the bar, but, we need a coin instead to get a possible mind calming amulet for the prince so he won't be an issue for other people outside, except for those who draw him at knife point. And then the big bash began, where we started to have a chatter with the various factions because Wizards of the Coast fucking loves their faction stuff. The Emerald Enclave are immediately on board, promising us a bunch of dwarves ready to fight for us, and we were also being told by Bruner himself, who is really displeased with all of his political shenanigans because he's tired of that shit. He knows that we have to go down to some sort of Zent known outpost where we can be led to further places in order to get interesting information. Basically, a big old, ever expanding library, possibly set up by stone giants. So that we might be able to find out the what, highs, wows, and what of the various demon infestations. Also, Gaddock should have had the potion.
And Gaddock should have had the potion.
Hindsight is 2020.
Hey, he had the brass bollocks to actually try without.
See, if Harden was with Bjorn, and that was just the two of them, they would have forgone the potions and just gone for it. But he has to be responsible and show the kids, no, we do the sensible thing.
Yeah, Gaddock does have brass balls. They're right here. Hold that hand.
Get your hands off Coggle right now.
Yeah.
I know you built them, but don't fondle them in front of us. But look, I put them on that little... on these ball bearings so that they move like those stress balls.
They were built in Gon's image, okay?
That's what I'm saying, like he reaches underneath and he twiddles them like the stress balls.
Yeah, like
They're just freely rotating. I will take that inspiration. Being as I fully recounted the experience.
Suddenly a will-o-wisp appears. Roll initiative.
It's 5e,
Alright.
that's easy.
Yeah.
It's immune to magic.
Oh well, that barely matters. Magic is crap.
27 AC. Good luck.
Yeah, and it's got a 17 to hit you.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, back to a real game.
All right, so you do all have your rooms. You haven't been given any specific instructions. Is there anything you all want to do for the night, or are you planning on turning in and trying again in the morning to start rubbing elbows?
Are there elbows left to rub? I'm not sure.
Right now, no. There would be a question of if there's anything you want to do.
My elbows
in
are
the
quite
night.
chafed, actually.
Or if you're ready to go to bed.
But now it's ready to go to bed.
All right, so you do go to bed. You wake up in the morning and you get your wonderful breakfast. Shockingly, the dwarves are incredibly good hosts. By shockingly, not shockingly. You do get, full food. If you wanted it, you can get it. And in the morning, the only thing that you do know is that Harton and Lou have a tea time appointment.
Badge.
You seem to have an objective in mind.
Yes.
I can't elucidate it just so I know what you've got in mind here.
I'm going to try to get Silverhand to sign over the open lordship to me.
It's a bold strategy. I don't see it working at all. Did you spend all night thinking of that, or was it just a spur of a moment, the moment you hit, whenever some sugar hit your bloodstream?
It was the coffee, not the sugar. But yes, it was just now.
I see. Think on it a bit more. Delete.
Felrag just looks at you. No.
I'd be a great open lord.
No.
Well, you don't
I'd be
think Jarl
assassinated
Axel
within
might have?
moments.
You don't think Jarl Axel might have an idea of that sort of thing? Imagine how proud he'd be of a Drow as open lord of Waterdeep, especially this Drow.
He gives you a look, Hartman, that implies he does not want you to entertain this.
Don't worry, I'm sure he won't say it aloud. Look, Lou, look at me. Put the fucking donut down, look at me. I'm sure you won't say it aloud to Laeral, even as a joke.
Yes.
I'm gonna note, there's no question mark there.
I think what he's saying is yes, he will say it. Please
No,
don't
no,
let him say it.
I'm just gonna say badge a few times.
No, you're gonna say, "Hello, Miss Silverhand. Lovely to see you." And then you're gonna wait until she says something to you.
Probably won't be much.
Yeah, you never know. She's quite sociable.
I wonder how she's gonna be here.
I imagine some sort of teleportation or astral projection. Perhaps she is quite magical.
Oh, I can't wait for the tea though. That's the best part.
Might be alright.
We shall see.
Anyway, don't go loading up your bladder. But yeah, just leave the lofty goals of full control of Waterdeep aside for the day.
I just need control of one badge.
The badge would be nice. Kind of got used to having my arms swinging free and all without the shield on it.
I wish I knew how to use a shield.
It is quite complex. I mean, look at it. It's got a handle. It's got a back plate. I mean, it's a fucking mystery how I ever learned, to be honest.
Well, which side do you stop the attacks with? The flat side or the big broad side?
I know, it's tricky, isn't it? Do you stop it with the bit your arm's in front of or not? It's fucking mystifying. It takes years of training this. Bjorn, when I met him, didn't know how to use a shield. One of his biggest, most prominent shames in his life, which is saying something. He's got quite a few. It's like house training them.
At least he knows how to use a sword, that's for sure. Never misses.
Oh, that took even longer. So, the rest of you looking forward to who you'll be chinwagging with?
I'm not sure. Does anyone else have somewhere or someone they want to talk to?
Well, you do remember that the Zentarum mentioned that they're going to want to speak to people. You know, at some point the Harpers are going to come knocking and wanting to speak to people.
Right.
And then there is also the Order of the Gauntlet that is going to want to come talk to people.
Okay, the Harpers might be relevant to me. The Order of the Gauntlet, I don't think.
No, but somebody's going to have to talk to him anyways.
Yeah. Who is the Order of the Gauntlet again?
They're the holy-minded crusaders based on justice and honor.
I've no fucking idea who we're going to talk to in this group. It's a mystery.
Yeah, religious sword forward. I would say Bjorn, but Bjorn seems to be out of commission again.
Bjorn drank too much with Bruner.
Aye. Plus he and the old F will probably go rolling along somewhere.
Okay, Order of the Gauntlet, Harpers. What was the third one?
Zentarum.
Sansarum. Again? Didn't we talk to them yesterday?
Yes, but she said that
If
you
you're,
all would have.
if you're counting that as talking.
Oh, right. I did arrange for a meeting in Hart's bedroom.
Specifically in Harton's bedroom. Without notifying Harton or Uzana that this was the meeting place. I'm sure that will go over well.
I mean, they're used to it by now.
No, actually, they haven't done that since y'all left Waterdeep. And to be fair, I think only Jarlaxle was the one who used it as a meeting room. But
He did that often enough, I'd say. But we can compare styles. Jarlaxle had this ominous cloud of darkness. We shall see what the Centauran bring.
probably their feet. If I had to
Boring.
guess.
We shall have to tell them that.
But yes, generally it's a relatively easy breakfast. Do you all plan to go anywhere, or just kind of wait, or potentially try to set up some meetings?
I suppose I can go around, see if any harpers are around. If I recognize anyone, or they recognize me. And I suppose I could drag Horik along with me as well. I'm not sure if I should drag Lou with me. He seems to have a busy schedule.
I'm in high demand.
The only meeting Lou has is the Lord's Alliance at tea time.
All right, Lou, do you want to come with? Meet the harpers. Show
work
off
for
your
them too, right?
non-existent musical talent.
You have to. You've still got that badge.
Oh, well, it's a shame I already beat, but I guess I'll go back.
Yep. Felrek kind of pokes you, Lou. Go behave.
You chose a
Don't
shite
draw
starter.
attention.
Yeah, Bard. I switched that up as soon as I could.
No, look what you've got there. It's a fucking stone type. No good.
Oh, we're dwarves. I mean,
Mine's
It's shifted
flying
right
fighting.
in.
That's a fantastic fucking blend, that is. Very powerful
Wait,
dual
wait.
typing.
will she learn how to fly?
Momentarily.
Oh no. That was my best. Let's ever compete.
What was it, PO? Like 8,000 damage or something?
For what?
The owlbear belly flop?
How much do you want the highest damage for?
Just the one in the clip. Just the simplest
In
one.
the clip, it's 812 bludgeoning damage.
There we go.
Enough to kill a Tarask.
Nah, it would be
Like
resist
flop.
because it wouldn't be magical.
Magic shape, if you're circle of the moon.
No,
With magic,
this
ignores
the
damage,
hypothetical
doesn't-
here is doing it with a real owlbear. Hooten in this case.
Ah,
Well, you just need two of them then.
But she
not
will be
magical.
even
Yeah.
bigger than an owlbear, like a size category up because she's a polar owlbear.
Fluffy.
Yeah, and then you reach in and realize, oh, my finger stopped immediately. This is muscle. Oh god. It's like whenever you see those.
standing there.
Yeah, it's like when you see those
looking
massive
confused.
cats. I got that experience in America with your house cats are generally just so much bigger. It's like one was just this fluff ball, the other was the same size, but it was all cat.
Oh, that's like the cat I have in my lap right now. He's so
that
cute.
is the Maine Coon.
No, it wasn't that there. It didn't have a big fluffy tail. It was just a big cat.
Go alley cat. Those are the best.
But yes, you may resume.
Felrex does interrupt your conversation about owl bears to just say, please don't encourage him to get off topic. He needs to behave for the meeting.
Oh, aye.
I'm a spy.
It's not like he's going to remember any of this in a few minutes.
Lou,
I gotta go catch more monsters so I can finally beat the final boss.
can I watch Goody while you do this so that you're not distracted?
Aye, bring the bucket.
No.
Off you go, Lou. Don't look back. Ignore the signs.
I actually, this is a convenient thing. I've been thinking it's time to start training the basilisk with like a harness and maybe a hat. So, fellow, if you can take care of that while I'm gone.
That thing's the size of your fucking fist. You give it one pull of the harness, it's going to go flying behind you.
Oh, well, it's gonna be a really small harness and a really small hat.
Okay, love, I'll do it.
Surely Jarlaxle's lieutenant can source a hat.
I'm sure I can figure something out. Now, I'll only do this if you promise to behave.
I'm gonna be so good.
Please.
I'm gonna be the best. The best.
Just find it
That you
hilarious.
promise no head empty.
Head full of
You do
lies
realize
and
that's the
secrets
only
'cause
thing
I'm a
he does,
spy.
right?
I've got to
No,
admit,
no.
I've got to admit, I find that fucking hilarious. Like, this conversation would never happen in Menzo Moranza normally.
Yeah, that's right, unfortunately.
Just imagine, you
Alright.
could give him a command and he'd have to say something. He'd have to obey to it. Doesn't that seem like a good idea at this exact moment in time?
No. Lou would get himself killed.
Yes.
No.
I mean, I know that.
Lou. This is easy. Think before you talk. Do not imply you're anything other than a Harper agent and a Lord's Alliance agent. Okay?
And the moment that we shit over there, Horik, I'm looking at you. The moment he starts talking about potatoes, don't you chip in. You help veer him off that topic and back to something relevant.
Potatoes are always relevant.
We require
No.
Harper assistance for this. We do not require a bag of tubers alongside it. You can take that smile off your face. You too, Horik.
Yes, we will not have potato discussion. Just discuss whatever it is they want to discuss. Get that information for King Bruner and try to get their support. Please.
I just thought of a way to distract both of them at once. Carve a potato in a basilisk shape.
No, thank you. No, we are not encouraging their bad behavior. Lou, look at me. Look at me,
You have a
Lou.
point. You might have
No.
a point. Yes, yes, hello.
Look at me.
Yes.
You are going to be the responsible one today. I am giving you responsibility.
You got it.
Do not
I'm gonna-
disappoint me.
I'm gonna keep myself in line, and you're
He
gonna be so proud.
will. Give him time.
All right, as your boss, I am giving you a direct order to be responsible.
Okay, but then you have to be proud of me later when I did a good job.
No. That's not required.
I promise I will be proud of you if you do a good job, but I will be very
Yeah.
sad and upset if you do a bad job.
I'm gonna do the best
Okay.
job.
Okay. Give me the basilisk.
So cute.
It is kind of cute.
It's really not.
It's cute until it stones you.
When it's looking at Lou, it's cute. I know the second I take it very, very far away from Lou, it'll be a terror because it wants to get back to Lou. But
It's like a rock that's had a few growths.
Okay, I do agree with you there. It's cute when it's looking at Lou. Please turn him to stone.
Gaddix,
What? It would be funny for like 5 minutes.
he just sighs and he goes to leave to take the little basilisk someplace. That
It
they
would be
can get
funny
him
because you
home.
know he'd immediately try to strike some sort of dramatic pose and then get caught halfway and look ridiculous.
As long as my eyes aren't like closed or one's like halfway closed, it'll be fine.
It's not really going to
Oh,
matter. We're going to be
guys.
stoned over.
But either way, the Harper agents. I assume you're going to try to find the Harpers.
Yes. Discreetly.
Well, it wouldn't be that difficult because they do have official rooms relatively close nearby. This isn't a secret operation. Everybody knows where everybody is right now. It is diplomatic.
Right.
And if you ask, it is not hard. You will be rushed over to Lord Zelron Roaringhorn. And when you all arrive, he does give you all a wave. Hello. Oh, yes, I do remember you all. I was going to go find you, but it seems you've done the work for me. Do take a seat.
Well, it wasn't very hard work. Just a question away.
So, this Underdark incursion, it is everything that it says it is?
Yes, it is partially based on our reports, or rather mostly, I'd say. So yes, we can confirm it is indeed quite necessary to have a proper expedition down there.
Hmm. Well, if that is the case, most of our assistance won't be in the form of men.
Alright. What sort of assistance could you offer instead?
We already have people down in the Underdark. We're trying to, well, we chart the Underdark, we block off passages leading to the surface. If we think that they are going to be causing issues. Generally, I believe we'll be doing more work behind the scenes, trying to stop things from reaching the surface, particularly near any large settlements. I do not believe any of us want these demon hordes to make their way up and start rampaging through villages. It would be utter chaos.
Yeah. It would. Specifically, if the various demon lords might actually join them.
Exactly, and it's a bit of a problem. I have an idea. He gets up, and along one of the walls, you see this big old curtain. And he pulls it back, and you see a shield guardian.
Oh! That is
think-
neat. Don't let
I-
Gaddox near it.
Well, I think I might be able to loan it to you.
Oh!
However, see, just loaning it, that seems a bit cheap, doesn't it? It's always better when you've earned use of something. And you see him thinking a little bit. Who here plays chess?
I
Get beat my mom
haven't
in a game
played
of chess
a
today.
lot,
I'm the
but I
badass.
have played a lot of checkers. Maybe that counts.
What did Lou say?
I was just bragging because I beat my mom in actual game of actual chess. I'm so cool.
Anything from Hork?
All right, make me a note. You're playing me in chess next. I'm gonna put you back in your place.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
it's-
really bad. Don't worry.
Is this
I may
similar
not
to
be that
Tic-Tac-Toe?
good, but I was in Scholastic chess, so I feel like I could still take you.
Probably.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
And then somehow he rolls dub skulls in chess.
The queen falls over, I lose. I mean, that's how people have described Blood Bowl. It's like Blood Bowl's a lot like chess.
No.
But try to capture the opponent's king. You roll a die. If you roll a 1, you lose.
In chess, all the outcomes are certain. Very different type of game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Well-
Gaddox would be more skilled at card games than chess.
Well, who wishes to play? Best of 3?
Holy fuck, what a trio you've got for that.
All right, my
At
brain-
least you've got two people who could cheat, but my
So
god.
Are we talking about
Yeah.
chess? What game are we talking about again? Now that I've got,
We're talking about chess.
we are,
yes.
we are still
Yeah.
talking about chess. Okay. Yeah, Gaddox will give it a go.
Your Gaddox is
Gaddox
not
is not
there.
You're not there.
Oh right. Fuck.
That's yeah.
Horik, you're a halfling. Try to convince him to do it on a coin toss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. It's only you, Lou. Lou, take him. I will
I
use
know
the
all about
force to
games.
telepathically tell Lou to take him.
We should have sent the dog.
Start punching him.
Well, the dog is an AI. He doesn't make mistakes, so
I never loses. I know.
Oh, no. He's been He's been fairly ruined by Bernard being in there. There's a lot of errors and corruption.
No, it's like AI implies intelligence. It's like,
This is just malevolence. That's very different. Much easier to program.
Stupid
it's
chess
just this
AI
it's a
could
series
brute-
of ones and zeros. It's very binary. I wouldn't call it intelligence.
I mean, chess bots that just brute force everything are kind of stupid as well. So
Yeah, no, they just have a data set of chess
Yeah.
games, and then they go down the decision tree. Yeah, it's really easy.
yeah.
What we could do here is just have a creative flashback. We go back years into when Harton, Bjorn, and Horik were only freed scouting about in the party. And then we go back to a lovely little smoky tavern when Harton was showing a few little cheats on cards and all. Then Horik was competing against what he thought was another halfling, but was in fact a leprechaun, who showed him the Kalansham free tug maneuver. A legendary opening. Guarantees you a win in 2 moves. Right? That's legit.
Play
Yeah.
the Frenchman's cum sock. I've already won.
I just sat down.
Sit down. Checkmate in 55 moves.
Yeah, just try to bluff them, psych them out before the game begins.
Yeah. I mean, Lou would have the advantage of the enemy wouldn't know what he's going to do, but at the cost of not
I also
knowing what
I can't
he's going to
cheat
do
on certain
himself.
things.
Yeah, you're somehow able to convert a pawn into a queen before it gets to the end of the board, and no one will wonder about that.
There you go. Yeah.
Mind you, the board has
Maybe-
also gained sentient and screams in pain when you move the pieces.
Why?
Uh,
Why was I programmed to feel pain?
And only pain.
I mean,
I haven't-
can we play Harry Potter Wizards chess where the
Does
pieces
it count
just
as a
destroy
win to
each
turn
other
the
and then
opponent
we-
into potted plant?
I mean,
Hey,
that
it's
does sound
not
like something Lou
lost.
would do.
Unfortunately, the
Accidentally.
control amulet would have been transformed along with it, so.
Well, we can just take the
Duh.
plant with us. It is a control plant now, right?
Quick question. Does Saloon know how to play chess?
he wa- he's
Saloon
making me all the
says he
wrong
knows
moves.
how to. Saloon says he knows how to play chess.
You just gotta let him take
am.
control. He'll give it back,
Just
he
once.
promises.
Okay.
I'll win it for
No,
you.
yeah. Guess what, Saloon? We killed you, and we killed Gnarl. Your whole family sucks. Fuck you.
But yeah,
Well,
Lou, do you
at
want
least
to
it's not
play
dragon
or
chess.
The
should I?
rage is back, by the way. Lou, you can hear nothing but screams and horrible insults.
I should have kept the basilisk and given this to Felric. I actually have an idea that might give us a little bit of an edge on this guy, because he's probably better at chess than us. He has to play all 3 of us simultaneously. And maybe, well, he can probably beat all of us anyway. But he might be worse.
I
if
was
he's
going
playing
to
3
say, I've
games at
seen
once.
people do that. It's really easy, especially with how dumb you are.
Yeah, that might
Also,
actually be
if only-
more of a handicap than actually.
Yeah, he does point out, I only have 1 board.
Well,
Shame
it's
Gaddix
ob-
isn't there because does a game board count as tools?
It's
Like, can I
obvious.
just make more?
Well, it's obvious, Van. We just alternate turns. So you move 1 piece, and then the other side each move a piece. And then
Oh,
you
they just
go
form a line.
and try to respond to that. It's very simple.
All right, who is the person who is going to be doing best 2 of 3?
Can you at least
Why
give?
don't we take turns?
Can you give them an idea of what they could roll for?
It's going to be an intelligence check.
Yeah, that I should probably do it.
Can I
Yeah.
cheat?
I have a
No, I
feeling
think
it's
we're-
worth
Probably,
it.
I think
You
they
can
should take
cheat, yeah.
turns. So Nadrax makes the first move, then he moves, then Lou takes the second move.
I'm
And they
just
just keep switching off.
I'm just seeing Lou rolling his sleeves up and then accidentally knocking a few pawns out from in there.
So give me all 3.
All 3, alright.
At disadvantage now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're fucked.
I could have cheated those rolls.
Oh,
Oh!
wow.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Now,
think
mind
this
you,
guy
he
sucks.
has a +9.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit when he's rolling my Pathfinder dice.
Yeah, I can
But
get the D4. So the first one is actually a 14.
Yeah. So that's enough that you win, because if you didn't have the +4, you'd be boned.
Holy shit! Call me
Um,
surprised.
Hey, magic.
So this is taking a grand total of 3 hours to get done, by the way. Your chess games are taking forever.
Holy shit, the two halflings in the corner just planting themselves.
Do I have to miss tea time, or can I leave?
Yeah, I was going to say, Lou, you are getting close to tea time. However, we will get back to you all in a minute. As everybody else, you get a knock. Whoever's first in the hall, probably Harton and Uzana. Apologies, you all are apparently the place everyone goes to acquire people. There's a knock on your door.
Well, I take my hands away from my wife for a moment, give her a few minutes to reshovel the hair, and then just form throws the door open. Aye, what you want?
Ah, I'm Sir Lanavar Strel from the Order of the Gauntlet. I wanted to speak to you and your friends, actually.
Ah, wonderful. Let's see, who's doing fuck all right now? Gaix! Over here!
What? I'm busy.
You're doing sweet fuck all. Get over here. You can sit in and learn how diplomacy's done. I'll go meet you in the
Not see the
parlor.
wrench? That means I'm working.
Give me one moment, please. Just go in and bodily carry him out.
He's still got the wrench.
Oh, yeah. I'm holding you out at arm's length as well.
Yeah. Just hold me out by like one of my belt loops or something. Just
Alright,
like,
shall we talk in the common room, or do you want someone a bit more private?
Oh, the common room's fine.
Alright, we'll go there then. I don't fancy conducting this over in my bedchamber.
It's not like everybody doesn't know the issue at hand. This isn't.
Can you
a
put me
secret thing.
down first?
Which direction are you going to scarp around when I do?
If you put me down, I promise to stay
All
this
right.
time.
Just remember what happens if you break this promise. There are consequences, but I put them down. He's really thinking about just running back, isn't he?
No, he's thinking about it, but no, he's trying to distract himself. You start like the wrench just lights up. He's tinkering with it, you know. He's busying his hands so that he doesn't do anything stupid.
Well, can you collect the rest of your friends?
As many as there are here. Let's see. I wonder if Burns out the front getting watered with the rest of them.
How can I make this wrench do like make an annoying sound, but just subtle enough?
And of course, there's my wife as well. That's all who's left here at the moment. I think the four of us.
Bernard, I think.
Yeah, I mentioned Bernard. I said the four of us.
I had a moment, yeah, because I was like, "There's more than 4," and then I'm like, "Wait, Bjorn's not here."
Yeah.
Okay. My brain had a dump.
So Byrne will probably be at the. If you've noticed a shrubbery at the bar, that was likely him. I'll go see if he's down there.
Oh yeah, your druidic friend.
That's at least part of what he is. The rest is mainly alcohol.
The dwarf
Somehow,
doodad.
when you find Bernard at the bar, he looks like he hasn't had a haircut in at least 4 months, and he's looking back to his normal state.
The fuck did you do? Roll around the gutter? Anyway, get a few more drinks for yourself and come across to this table, aye?
Okay. Do you need a drink as well?
Nah, I'm fine, thanks. I'll have a cup of tea later.
All good.
Then we get assembled.
All right. I have been updated with the tales that you all have told. Unfortunately, it does back up what some of our candidates have mentioned when they've gone into the Underdark, that things are not quite right. Do you all plan on heading down to deal with the issue?
Aye. Basically volunteered for it.
If that is the case, we could be willing to provide some support.
We would like a fair bit, aye. Quite a big issue going on in there.
We have some fighters that we could spare potentially. And potentially some weapons.
Now, they're not as green as most of the burn here is, are they?
Oh, no. These are veterans. We're not just giving you anybody.
Alright. Admittedly, I was enjoying the idea of breaking a few in, drilling them and all. Haven't done that for a while. But, aye, okay, so good. Someone who knows how to handle themselves would be very handy. In number.
Yes, it'd be 5. If you can find that acceptable.
More would be appreciable.
I agree, but unfortunately, I don't have more with me. And by the time that more got to us, I believe, well, the delay is probably unwise if there are demon lords running about in the Underdark.
It's a right shame we don't have one of those minecarts just hooked up between cities.
I've heard tale that they were talking about teleportation portals. But that's just a rumor I've heard poking about. The second I asked about it, everybody goes mum.
Not surprised. I mean, you don't want to wave that around.
Hmm.
Might happen. I mean, there's certainly a few. I mean, you know about Kyrie and such, so there's a few powerful mages just wandering about.
Well, of course, it's Bruner's daughter. And then the Harples, who
Oh,
are
they're here?
questionably... they come by to Gonselgrim all the time. They have a quite tight relationship with King Bruner.
I'll have to ask about which ones in specific. Alright. But I'm glad you're just on board here. You can see the sense of it's a horrible fucking mess down there right now.
Well, we have people down there, and we understand what will happen if they get up to the surface.
Meanwhile, you're... that one was at Lord Hund. Feel like I'm going to have to be using the fullest of my thaumaturgical skills to just scream it into his brain what's going on. So it's nice to see you're all reasonable here and not doing anything ridiculous as we cut to a 3-hour chess game going on. From the Harpers.
Assume they're on the same game. They've already lost a dozen times.
From the Harpers, the secret organization for good in the Forgotten Realms fantasy world.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
As I read the
Fun
back
fact.
of the book.
If you fail and he likes you, he'll still give it to you. He just wants to play chess.
That's fair.
You keep losing, but he keeps knocking his king over anyway. Just to keep playing.
Literally all he's doing is he wants to play chess, and he has a captive audience.
That's fair enough,
Keep you
then.
roped in,
Okay, that's good.
hilarious.
So that is a thing.
Just
But,
seeing if Lou was playing it though, we got like 4 pieces down, he finally moves his rook and just goes, haha! Full house.
I assembled a mega chessatron.
But no, we've seen what's down there. We know better than that. And he looks about. Do any of your people need armaments that you can think of? Oh, you're not there.
Anyone?
Let's see.
I
Bjorn
would
hasn't
find
got
something.
Bjorn hasn't gotten himself a suit of plate armor yet.
Well, he's specifically mentioning weapons.
Weapons, let's see. Do you have any specifics? I mean, we've got enough in the mundane stabbings and bludgeons.
He does mention. Let me do a quick look over here, because if I remember, Horik, you have +1 weapons. He does have a. Hold on, I need to pull up the other list because there's another list of stuff. He does have a +1 mace, a +1 warhammer, and a +1 quarterstaff, and a collection of spears, daggers, that sort of thing, javelins.
I'll take a staff then. That one's handy enough for a mate of mine and my wife, so we can decide who gets it. The rest of us are
That way
actually.
both of you can have it.
The The rest of us are all pretty well kitted out.
All the more now as I ride on the Shield Guardian. And I will not allow Galax to touch it.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know he's gonna,
sometime.
you know he's gonna look and just say, "Oh, it's one of those old ones, huh?"
Yes, but it is mine and it is bigger than yours.
You know, it went obsolete like 4 centuries ago. Can't believe we're using those old techniques.
In a universe where they still use swords and shields, yes. Obsolete, clearly.
That's what
I
he
mean,
says. Like, you know, people were still using
Yeah.
swords and shields when that thing was stomping about. Completely oblivious.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go with it. Yep. That's,
Real
Look,
Stone Age
I
stuff
have
down
a
here in the
gun.
Burning
I don't know
Kingdom.
what you guys are talking about. Yeah.
Everyone knows that thing was only walking around when the last ghost died of natural causes. That's one of the great little offhand comments and best lines they ever had in Futurama. Don't be ridiculous, man. The last human ghost died centuries ago.
I missed that. Nice.
It's just an amazing line.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But we will get back on topic. He does hand over the +1 quarterstaff. And he says, "Oh, right. Well, I think I can spare Thora, Sealrin, Olaf, Elias, and Tamarin."
Oh, please, no names. That's not going to matter.
Oh, no, they have full names. They're getting-
All the lads are called Bill. All the women are called Jenny. My name's only Jenny. In which case, you are called Slagga for it.
It's like a Thor, yeah. It's only fair.
As a sign of fairness to the others.
Are you not going to give them at least numbers too?
Nope.
They all have names. But
Alright, I'll be responsible for these ones. The Gauntletides.
well,
My god, these are reasonable names.
well, this is before it occurred to them to not be reasonable.
You know, in Baldur's Gate 3, I met another chef. His first name was Spatula.
Hey,
Yeah, you posted that picture, didn't
No,
you?
yes, that's Sauceman Chorizo, though.
Oh, Sauceman Chorizo. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Also found an NPC called Ula Ula Ya. One name, one word.
I mean, at least you can pronounce it, though. You can't really complain.
Pretty sure it's a song lyric.
Kumbaya.
Alright, so that's our Order of the Gauntlet Assistants. That's handy.
I wish I could do more, but well, don't really think that's possible.
Well, I shall then ply his ear with old war stories. And tales of dare and do. I mean, as a guy who enjoys the noble, finer virtues of crusades and slaughter and such, probably is quite enamoured with the Sun Sword.
Oh yeah. He will be happy to stay and hear the tales. All the way through until Parton, it occurs to you that it is time for you and Lou to have a meeting. And Lou has not returned.
Alright. I've got to see about the boy. Well, I'll see myself out. I'll be back in no time at all. It's just a case of I've just got to go get a friend. Where the fuck is he? Hang on. What am I bothering with
Meeting.
here? What am I bothering with here? I know exactly how to get a hold of him. Belric!
You do hear finally down the hall. Yes?
Go get your lad.
Where is he?
I have no fucking clue. You've got a better chance than I have. I am sick of running across the length and breadth of cities.
Has he come back from the Harpers?
Not yet.
Oh. I guess.
Well, you know
Leave
what?
him, I'm
Actually,
trying to train the basilisk.
alright.
It's not working.
I'm not surprised whatsoever. See if I can get inside a box.
He's mad at me because I'm not Lou.
That is a unique experience, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did you try acting like Lou?
He's just constantly trying to run out of the door
Well, no.
because he wants to find Lou.
Sweetie, wouldn't that
Try to
require...
dye your hair pink.
You're not there. Sweetie, wouldn't that require like a level 6 or 7 spell, Feeble Mind, doesn't it?
I thought the basilisk was unintelligent enough to start with.
It's not. It's not that really. It's trying a few... Hang on, I'll have a look at it. You never know. Let's see the wee gobshite. But I also, before I get in there, use sending. Lou, over here now.
Fuck, this is so boring.
All the more reason.
You now have to use another spell to contact him to say, yes, really.
Another spell slot. Now!
I'm out of here. Good luck, Natrax.
Thank you for the help.
Down to one
I
level
know.
3 spell slot because of that. I also
Bernard
take
will
a...
go and try and help Veldrick with the basilisk.
Oh, you go ahead. There you go. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's
You see Felric.
Meanwhile, down the hall, there's a flush, and a door opens, and out comes the owlbear with a bit of toilet paper stuck in the paw. Did you wipe? Go back in there. Wash your hands.
Yeah. It becomes obvious, Horik, what the issue is. The
Bernard.
Bernard, sorry. Why did I just say I finally did it. I mixed the brothers up. Bernard, you see the issue, which is the fact that clearly it is trying to get back to Lou because in its mind, Lou is its parent. You have an inkling that any sort of training will not be able to happen without Lou there. On the bright side, it doesn't seem distressed at the harness.
I could do that, but I don't think that'll work, actually.
We'll make the argument that it works because it works for owlbears.
You know, as a level 6...
let-
You know what, Bernard? As a level 6 druid, you can now become an owlbear, right?
No, I don't think I can yet. Depends what the CR rating of the owlbear is.
Yeah, it's a joke on Baldur's Gate 3 letting you do it at this point.
Yeah.
Sure, why not, though? We gotta give you some way to communicate with your pet. They fucking forced it on us. We could have had a hook horror as well.
Yeah, I'll make the argument
get so
that
big.
Speak with Animals works with it. So Bernard, when you cast it, you hear it saying, "Where Daddy? Daddy this way. I go Daddy."
Oh, sounds a bit
I
like
explained to
Felric.
him that Daddy will be back shortly, but until then, here, have a snack.
It eats the snack, Daddy. Daddy.
I just try and keep it slightly entertained so Felric doesn't completely go mad.
Felric, it's okay. I'm just not going to try training it until Lou gets back. He'll be okay, I think. It is nothing but a constant stream of, I want to go get Daddy.
Well, I asked Felric if he do you think Lou would mind if I try animal friendship on him?
I don't think he would mind.
This is my child now.
At least for 24 hours.
Is its intelligence above 4?
Fuck no.
Yeah. No. I think
You go-
it's 3? Not even.
It's 2. So actually, that doesn't work. Oh wait, no, 4 or higher, the spell fails. Okay, yeah. So okay, there we go. Wisdom save. I'm not. Should I even bother rolling the wisdom save? Because I think its wisdom is like 8.
It's only a -1.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Oh well, I tried.
However, he already does think that you don't mean it any harm. He doesn't mind you at all. He just wants to go find Daddy. And you do know he's imprinted on Lou. That's really the only thing he's going to be thinking of at this stage.
Yeah, I'll at least try and keep it entertained, or at least slightly distracted.
It's worth a shot. So, Lou, I assume you come find Harton after your summons.
Yes, and I have a great tale of 2 men sitting at a table.
Wonderful, delightful. You can regale me on it later. For now, tea time with this fucking loser.
Hey, wait, I'm a cool guy.
Not talking about you. Don't be so sensitive. You can also scoop
Well,
up your
just, you know,
child
Lou,
there.
Loser. Yes, excellent. Training went very well, I see.
Oh, so you do actually go into that room to see how things are going with Goody.
Do you really
Of
think
course, I
you
can't just disappear for hours.
The second you go in, all you can hear, Bernard, is Daddy! Daddy, Daddy, Daddy! Don't leave me! Daddy!
The spell's probably worn off. It's only 10 minutes.
Oh, but never mind. You get the idea.
You're spared that.
Lou is a great parent.
Are you going to be taking Goody with you?
Might as well. It'll
Oh,
calm
if
it
anyone
down
can
for a
help,
bit.
try Laurel.
Yeah. They'll keep it calm for a bit.
Yeah. The second you pick him up, he's just like, okay, and he just cuddles into your arms.
Oh, that's sweet. What you don't know is they actually eat their parents when they grow up.
Well, we took care of them for him, so.
Sure we did, champ.
Lou,
Surely it won't try to eat me ever.
it thinks you are dad.
Well, everyone knows Drow don't taste good at all.
Really?
That's possibly true.
I mean, Ferret would be the only one who knows if Lou tastes good or not.
Indeed.
Unless we meet a vampire.
But you go for your lovely tea time with Lord Ervian Hound. And the moon elf greets you. Ah, right on time.
Oh, he's a moon elf.
how-
That explains it all. Okay, never mind.
Well, are you ready to go?
Alright, let's get this done and dusted.
And it doesn't actually take long. He fiddles with a little. He seems to have a little emblem in his pocket, and shortly, a door appears in the middle of the room.
Oh, that's handy.
He gestures for you to go through.
Sure, why not? No way this can be a terrible ambush or anything. Hang on though. Luke, stay back for a bit. I'll go through first by myself, then you can come in after.
I make a bigger, like you kind of get them ready, and then I come out for the big impression. I see.
No, I just don't want you to fuck with the magic of this while I'm
true.
traversing through.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
It'll only be a minute.
Yeah.
Look, just wait a minute and then come through, okay? Simple.
yeah, I'll go last. I got it.
And I go.
Yep. And you find yourself in a side room.
and then stab it with a dispel dagger. I'm free. I'm out of a campaign.
Layrol Silverhands is sitting at the table.
Oh, hello,
About
ma'am.
time.
Well, I got here as quick as I could. Traffic was murder.
I heard you all were waylaid rather severely.
Massively. Please let me recount. I go through all the fun details. I'm sure by the time we're captured by Drow, I'm sure Lou's arrived.
Lou is right behind you, just because the Lord's Alliance member, Lord Hound, is right behind him.
Yeah. So it were a bit of a pain in the arse.
I do agree, and it does explain why you all didn't have your badges anymore. I was highly concerned about you.
Well, I didn't know if it was right or not to do a send and spell. You're usually a busy woman, I imagine.
I am, but I would not object to hearing that you all aren't dead when I get your badges back.
I'll keep that in mind if it comes up again.
I hope it doesn't, but certainly. And you do notice she slides out of her pocket 2 badges.
Fuck, I can't remember which one was mine.
They do look kind of similar.
It doesn't matter, they're all the same.
That's the joke. Let's just slide this back in place.
Feels good to be back.
Good, can free up my arm to deck a few more demons.
That's much bad.
You've had an experience with the big ones yourself?
I am very aware of them.
I'm glad that awareness campaign is working.
We'll leave it at that.
Just say no.
Just say no to demons. It's what they spent most of the Dragon Vault's wealth on. An awareness campaign. Say no to demonic incursion. So many t-shirts and bracelets.
They also made a catchy jingle.
I do say, this is unprecedented.
I've been getting that feeling.
More to the point, I'm interested in that claim that the demons are not respecting their 100-year banishment.
That one is a particular worry.
If they're not, there could be a full invasion of the surface. Particularly Waterdeep. We have Undermountain. That is both a layer protection, but heavens forbid, what happens if a whole group of demons find their way through Undermountain to get into the city proper?
Funnily enough, I did bring that up myself.
How much faster they're coming back than 100 years? Is it like days? Is it 10 years?
Could be hours for all we know. It's depending on when they get to the gates to be brought down. The point is, it shouldn't be any fucking thing except a century or more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Theoretically, Lou, the way that it works is, let's say I slay a demon. That demon cannot return to Toril for 100 years unless I summon that demon, erasing the banishment.
I lean in to whisper to Lou, Toril is the world we live on.
Oh, thought that was the demon world.
I knew I saw a vacancy in his eyes. I had to step in.
But you don't have to get back to the thing, and then they can immediately. Yeah. We don't want him here.
We don't want him here in any quantity at all, but the fact that he can just keep popping back after immediately being slain is a massive issue. For one thing, there should be some requirement for him to show up, rituals and whatnot. They shouldn't just be able to lurch out.
Yes. Now, theoretically, if there are high enough level demons, they could summon their underlings or other like-minded demons. So
And there's certainly plenty of that. 3 great demons at least. Well, 2 wandering around. One
We know that somebody
potentially.
intentionally summoned Demogorgon.
what is the news on that?
It's
Or what is
So
the-
like
most of what we've heard is that there was an intentional summoning of Demogorgon in Menzoberranzan itself.
Truly?
As far as we can tell, aye, but it's it's a bunch of unconfirmed as well. We've got friend of a friend and a contact of Brunner's who are saying that sort of thing.
and something still went wrong, probably.
My question would be, who would dare summon Demogorgon and why?
Aye, exactly. What's the fucking point? To not
From a magical standpoint, as a wizard, nobody should be arrogant enough to try, unless it was deliberately arranged to try to destroy the city.
The problem is that you did say wizard and arrogant in the same sentence. Even my beloved wife is looking to usurp a position of godhood, so I think we can take as a given that a wizard powerful enough with a big enough slant in their brain might go for it, might be arrogant enough to try. But I'm guessing they were probably thinking of mass destruction rather than control, at least. We'll give them that benefit of the doubt.
You would think even the most arrogant would know that that's the sort of thing that will get you destroyed. Even the summoning alone could destroy you, even if Demogorgon didn't. But are we sure that it started potentially in Menzoberranzan?
No. Like I
Which
said,
is what Brunner's reporting.
but according and at least Demogorgon was spotted there and made his way out. But I mean, that's part of the reason we want to go find this library. To get the actual proper facts on it.
I have heard of the library, and it would be a good place to start, yes.
Incidentally, Rena, I'm just curious. Do the adventurers ever find out what caused this?
Yes.
This in the book? Okay.
There is a way to find out exactly down to the last detail.
I'm just thinking of how the other books have gone. I'm just thinking, oh, they probably just leave that bit out to the side. It's like, that doesn't matter. What you're doing is fighting demons, sending them away.
No, actually, that is something they give you. Now,
Good.
I'm going to open it up so y'all aren't stuck there for 5-10 days.
Just sitting around in the waiting room in Menzoberranzan.
Oh, yeah, because there's a whole part where you can only ask like 3 questions a day. And I'm not going to keep you all there for a month. I'm sorry. That's stupid. So, I am.
For
altering
fuck's
what I'm
sake,
doing,
Lou, we've
so-
been here weeks now. Stop saying really.
I have to know where Incarnate is. Where is he?
So, no,
I've already
you'll
strangled
find
you
out.
once and used the diamonds I needed to bring you back. Stop it.
We're gonna go bankrupt resurrecting me until I find out.
But eventually she just gives a little bit of a nod. Very well. Lord Hound, you do intend to give them assistance, yes? And he kind of gives a pause. Well, so this is real then.
Aye.
Big
But
demons, lots of them.
She just looks baffled. Of course it's real. What do you think all of this nonsense has been about? Have you had your head in the sand? There's been gossip in the city, even. You see, almost like a light switch has gone on. Suddenly, he looks very helpful. Certainly, as a matter of fact, I think I have 8 people who'd be more than willing to assist. 5 shield dwarves from Mirabar, and then 3 humans from Yartar, actually, I think.
Alright, we'll take them.
And Laerol claps her hands. I'm so glad that we could get that established.
I'm amazed it took this much.
Magic spell to get here.
What?
I said a lot of magic spell. I meant like it's a powerful spell to get us here. A lot of magic spell doesn't make any sense actually.
Laerol nods. Yes, I did do that, yes, and I will be sending you back as well.
Harden's just looking at Lou while sipping his tea.
A lot of magic spell, dude.
Well, suppose
Well,
you
either
could...
way,
My
I'm glad
character.
that your personal work has been handled. I'm glad that you all are on this because I do trust you all to handle this and keep all of us safe. I'll be doing my part up here to prepare for the worst.
That'd be nice.
And if you find out about any emergencies, please try to let us know.
Don't suppose I can blag a wee bit of extra help, seeing as we're close mates and all that there. It's just, you know, I've been back home to Waterdeep and all. My wife would be quite annoyed if I didn't bring back at least one little scroll or something for her to look over. You know how wizards can be.
If you give me some time, I could probably try to dig something up.
Just something to round out her collection, you know.
Give me a moment. It'll. She's thinking about it. Give me a moment and I will be back, alright?
I was hoping you'd do a bit of cheer, but sure. Don't mean to impose or anything.
Please try to sort any details out with Lord Hound while I'm away.
Oh, sure, sure.
She takes her leave, and suddenly he's a lot less haughty than he had been before. He is very earnest and honest at this stage of the game. Well, I'll be able to assign those 8 to you. Also, while you're down there, I do know of a particular operative that might be of assistance.
Ah, of course, Deep Cover Volo.
Oh, God,
I guess
no.
another house force down there.
He's a wonderful
Gods, no,
interpreter.
I wouldn't. I would never curse you all like that.
Ah, he's a good lad anyway. So, right, what's the official operative runabout?
Kalisa Draga. She's a high elf from Silvery Moon. She was sent to spy on the Drow well over a year ago. She uses magic to disguise herself as a Drow, so be careful if you encounter any to make sure that she's not, well, instead one of our agents.
Do you have a description? Just in case. We've had a few encounters before.
You would notice because she would turn into a high elf.
Alright.
You had killed her.
True enough, true enough.
I can't really give you much information because we lost contact with her months ago.
You don't have any kind of, like, control phrase or something?
No, unfortunately not.
We'll flash
she's
the
been in
badge.
Oh,
well,
you bet you
that
will.
could also be problematic just because, well,
Well, hopefully when she's alone.
you know, the main thing is trying to figure out who is who.
Aye. No, I'm saying it should be easy enough. She'll see the badges and all. She'll probably know to try and get a hold of us.
We do have obvious concerns. I do know she was in the area around Menza Baranzon, and, well, if Demogorgon went stomping through, this could bode bad for her health. So now I am slightly more concerned than I had been.
I'm sure she'd have been smart enough to keep well away from all that.
Is it really possible to keep well away from Demogorgon if he just pops up in the middle of the city?
Funnily enough, we managed to. Hijacked a boat in the Kuatoa village and went across the Dark Lake.
Yeah, but imagine if he was summoned right on top of your head.
True, but Menzo is a big city, all things considered. With any luck, she wasn't anywhere near it.
Yeah, that's more my hope. I'm not thrilled to hear this.
It's not ideal, no. But it is a reality that we have to deal with.
For some reason, yes, I don't much like this. Oh dear. Well, is there anything that you all think that we could potentially produce? Anything that we can do to help?
Trying to think or anything there. I suppose you don't have any. I mean, you're probably better off talking with Bruna for pack animals and such to help move the troops through. Don't suppose you got anything dusty sitting in your personal vault or anything that could do with a bit of an adventure for it?
More healing potions never hurt anybody.
Not with us, no, unfortunately.
I'll take a sachet of that tea.
Sure. And he goes and passes it over.
Seems to be all that's on the offering, really.
Before long, Leroy Silverhands is back. Says, well, I did not bring a scroll for your wife. I hope she won't be too upset. But, and she pulls out these, and it's going to be posted over in tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
2 stones. I believe these might still be of interest and could potentially be useful.
Oh, these will be well handy.
And she looks at Lou. Do you know what these are then?
I think we should call them Taki rocks.
Correct. Sending stones.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he was right.
So, well, as long as you give one set of the party one of these and one set of the party the other set of these, it could be very useful. Potentially if you lead an army down into the Underdark,
Coordination is going to be key.
exactly, you might end up having to split up at some point.
Aye. I can't go taxing the brain with sending all the time.
Well,
So,
I mean, we're still gonna have to reserve one for the kids, I think, right?
Possibly. Gonna see if King Bruner will be alright babysitting. He wants something to engage himself actively? Yeah, he'll fucking have it. Oh, fuck, well, I can't do that. They'll start asking questions about the later adventures and it'll spoil the books.
or even worse, Bruner might say it's not safe and try to send them back to Luskin. And then Beniago will have a heart attack.
But he still can't say no.
Like, oh no, please no.
Just looking at the old form with a staff on, just go, bring them back. The holidays are cancelled.
Jerry just starts crying. They're gonna make me watch them again.
Oh, poor Jerry.
Y'all are so mean to poor Jerry.
We are not. It's the children, and you made them mean.
Yeah,
This is all you're
they're perfectly
doing.
Nice.
This is all
They're
you're
perfectly
doing.
Wonderful children.
Yes.
When they're not trying to run chaos.
Mm-hmm. Not trying to steal from a celebrity.
Try, they did.
That's why he's not
They
too
used-
disappointed in them. Well done.
They used a small child as a cover to steal from her.
Now, what did you do wrong? We got caught. Aye, exactly.
We got caught before we could bring it back. Because we didn't get caught stealing, we got caught before it got put back.
Very disappointed in you all. Tell me how it was.
And what do you plan to do better next time?
Not get caught.
And really, they only got caught because somebody was looking for them.
Really, the three of them are going to think...
Founder.
Deep down, the three of them are thinking, Dritz doesn't need both those swords.
That's damn right.
Dritz isn't theirs.
Or
Not
maybe
yet.
either of them.
Alright, well, Lovely to meet you again. Nice to see the city still standing and whatnot. Shame I can't count the coins in the till, but we'll be back on our way underground.
Well, I hope you all get back sooner rather than later, but I'm afraid that might not be the case.
It won't be, but I'll be back. That's a certainty.
We're gonna be so
I
rich.
see to it.
Our tavern's gonna be so much money.
We'll have
Well,
all
I
kinds
won't
of
say no to
trophies.
that.
I mean, the health inspector will probably have an issue of us mounting Demogorgon's head on the bar, but we'll see.
I think that
I
would drive
think
away
we
all the
can-
business.
It might still hold magic, so that could be a thing. But I look forward to the dilemmas.
Alright. Well, take care of yourself. Off we go.
And she summons the portal for you all to leave.
Thanks for the badge. We will uphold the good law of Waterdeep Underground.
See to it, please.
As he sets it aside alongside his Harper badge and his Brigadier pin.
It's attunement, right?
It is attunement.
There we go.
So now you two have your badge back.
Yay.
Are you happy now?
You have
Yes.
your AC back.
I don't have to carry a shield now. I can free up my hands for bigger weapons. I can two-hand the Sun Sword again.
If somebody can roll above a 20 on the dice, well, not a, and then I won't die immediately. So much AC.
Not one spare set of
Meanwhile-
plate armor, Adriel. All of his support.
Well,
Meanwhile, you all are having that discussion. Uzana, there's a knock on your door.
There's a knock on my door. Yes, who is
Yes.
it?
It is a human female that you remember being this, called Davra Jasur from the Zentarum.
You lie. We'd never remember a name like that.
Hello, what can I do for you?
I believe you and your friends need to discuss some things with me. Why don't you call them in and we can have a little chat?
I think a couple of them are busy.
Well, then please do call all of them that are available.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
have all day.
Well, all right.
You'll
And
find
she
them
walks
out back
into
in
your
the
bedroom.
You'll find them out back in the trash cans. One looking for spare parts and one just living there.
Nadrax would have found his way back by then.
Okay, so
Alright.
On the Shield Guardian.
you've got Horik as well. You're okay.
Yep, I summon
Alright.
everyone like mom summoning people to dinner. Screaming at the top of my lungs.
So that's what they call a castle in chess. Okay.
I thought the rook was the castle.
By the time you all filter in, she's just lounging on the bed, lazily. All right. You all need to get to Mantle Dareth. I know the way to get to Mantle Dareth. You all need people to get you there. I have people that can help you get there. And once you get to Mantle Dareth, you need to find a way to Graven Hollow. And conveniently, I have people that can get you to Graven Hollow.
Those are a lot of names.
And
What do
apparently, you
they
need somebody to
mean?
remember all those names.
It would be useful, because nobody got time for that.
Well, then, looks like you're going to have to pay me a little extra then. I do want payment for this. Don't get me wrong, we do not want to see the demon lords running amok all over Toril. But, we are the Zentarum, and we need to be paid.
Do we really need your help?
Yes, otherwise you don't get to Mantle Dareth, and our individual who has the way to get to Graven Hollow Library won't give it. He's ours. I also have 8 men who are more than happy to accompany you. And that's the start of a pretty good army, isn't it?
Well, aren't
I think we've got
we
different
ourselves 8
definitions
or
of
something
armies.
like that? Yeah, 8 people are not exactly an army.
Well, let's see. You're going to get maybe 5 to 8 from the Lord of the Lions if you can get them off their duff. Let's see. The Emerald Enclave will give you some people. 3 to 5, depending. I'm not sure how many Bruner can actually spare, because some of them will be Bruner's men. Let's see. I'm not actually sure if the Harpers will give you anything. Of course, they are just Harpers, so that wouldn't be a benefit to you, anyways. The gauntlets, maybe 5 or so.
I slapped the shield guardian on the thigh because it's fucking big. Well, the Harpers already provided something.
Useful, but it's not an army. And of course, I know you'll get some from the Order of the Gauntlet. Add all that up. That sounds like an army.
Still, you're not really convincing me you're worth all that much.
All right, so you don't get to Graven Hollow. I don't really see how your plan's going to go very far if you don't get to Graven Hollow. And she gets up like she's going to walk out.
What is your price, actually? You have never said anything about that.
You never asked. But it is very, very simple. I just need a share of, well, whatever you find down there. Equal part.
Equal part seems a bit broad.
I was going to go 50-50. Half for you, half for me.
Half of what exactly?
Anything you find of value.
In the library, you mean?
Oh no, in your expedition. Give it in everybody. Give me a wisdom check. Or an insight if you want. Either or.
That's the same for me. God, I suck at this.
Uzana, Bernard, both of you know that she does not expect you to accept 50 because that's outrageous and she knows it's outrageous. She's setting a stupidly high price to negotiate down.
You know that I don't.
She shrugs and starts.
Well, we might not know where they are. We certainly can find out where they are.
Let's be realistic. It'll take you a year or more. Some people have wandered the Underdark for centuries and not found Graven Hollow. We have the key, and I don't think we have centuries to idly wander the Underdark. So what do you propose, good lady?
No, that would not be good. 40% in the safety of your men?
Oh, let's be realistic. You can't give me the. You can't promise me the safety of my men.
Can I be back yet?
I think 10%. She's going to be happy about it.
I don't know. Can you?
We'll say that they're coming back.
40% seems a bit much for someone who doesn't partake in the expedition yourself.
Why the fuck is this being done in my bedroom?
Because apparently
Because
that's where all
happens.
business is done by every person.
No, only by us two. Specifically by us two.
It's supposed
Business
to be-
and leisure.
It's supposed to be us two, but we keep getting guests. Most of them uninvited.
All of them are uninvited, funnily enough.
No,
Especially this
sometimes
one
the kids
here.
come in.
As he points at Louis.
Sometimes the kids come in for a story.
They are welcome enough, aye. Alright. So, which one are you representing then?
Zentarum.
Sanitarium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Zens.
Wonderful. And what are they seeking for?
They want to lead
Half.
us around the Underdark, knowing where everything is, and they have opened with an offer of half.
Half of what?
Anything we find.
Everything.
So if
Fuck
we find
off.
Nothing, they get nothing.
Yeah, it also gets much less attractive if you consider the Harpers have offered us the same already.
No, we're not playing that side, no. But what I'm going to offer you is, we'll give you the notes on the map we make, and a couple of hundred of gold to begin with, and you'll be lucky for it, because if we feel, that gold's now worthless.
Give me a persuasion.
We need this to fucking win, or we die. Yeah, let's see, tag normal. I'm going to use my inspiration for that, might as well. There we go, it's a bit higher.
She pauses. %?
Are you
Well, you
thinking
should be
about what
happy about
happens if we don't succeed here, if we don't get the information we need? Suddenly all money becomes worthless.
There you go. So you take 10%.
Yes,
You take
we'll
my
take
men.
10% of your total earnings for the year.
Aaron, it's a
Oh.
lovely aggressive stance, but we know that's not happening.
No.
Put your hands up and give me your money, damn it. Cash is gone.
5%. Because here's the thing, we need to succeed, or that treasure's not coming back up.
It's also still probably like 5% still gonna be like 1,000 gold, easy.
Possibly.
I'll take 5%.
There we go then, done deal. Get that signed.
She pulls out a contract that's already been written up, and the
Hang
only
on.
thing that's blank in it is the percentage.
Hang on. Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
The Dalkins are very good at this sort of thing.
It is exactly as it should be, stating that she will give you, and she even names the exact people that you're getting.
Just for a little taunt, I pull out the biggest diamond I have to use as a magnifier for looking at the words.
I was going to ask, how is that actually written in the contract? What they get?
Yep.
How?
She has it. It is written down in the plainest, and it is quite clear from Muzana that they're not trying to get out of this. It is basically they will get you to Mantle Dirith and into the Zentarum controlled section of Mantle Dirith. They have an agent there who will give you the information to get to Graven Hollow Library, and you will have 8 members of the Zentarum who will be able to escort you. And they will escort you through the entirety from the start to when you return back to the surface.
The part I was
the-
also interested in is how it was written that their share is, what their share will be comprised of.
The percentage was not written in.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
she
and I
fills in the
mean-
5%, which is pretty much the entirety of the value, 5% of it, but in gold value.
Ingo.
Want cold hard cash, no
Okay.
fancy contraptions.
Yeah, exactly. She just wants a monetary value that can be moved anywhere. This is a very simple
Probably somewhere
transaction.
illicit.
For 8 people. Fine.
Not a bad rate, actually.
And the location of the
Oh.
location of a library, of
Magic,
course, that'll be
magic
handy.
items have gotten really cheap recently, haven't they?
Not particularly.
Yes, they have.
Stop poking that. It's the fact that this is do or die. So it's quite important we succeed, otherwise nothing matters afterwards.
Yeah, of course.
there a worse threat to society than a demon invasion? That's like the worst one, right?
I mean, equivalency would be one of the foil gods, but then they also usually run that sort of thing. Like, you don't want Orcus about, although he's a great demon. You don't want Tiamat burning everything down. She's quite capable of it. A Mind Flayer invasion would be very boring. Terrible idea. No one would actually care about a story like that. And of course, the weirdest one of all would be a... fuck, I'm trying to remember their names. A Slad invasion, aye.
Well,
We call it hash browns for some reason.
is this contract good enough for you all then?
Any
We all
dissent?
have to sign it, or
I suppose it will do.
We do all have to sign it, but only in your blood, so it's fine.
I don't have that much blood. I'm very small.
Alright, let's ink it down here. There we go.
I'm sure we can get some extra blood out of you if you cast some healing spells.
Cast my signature spell. Add blood. It just gives people more blood.
Right, now, I don't know what gave you the idea that the bedroom was an appropriate place to conduct business, but I hope you don't take it personally when I say, hop it now, we're done.
Oh, I was instructed for the bedroom.
Hey, who?
She points at Nadrax.
Yeah, I slowly raise my hand.
You fucking idiot.
Well, you always do business.
No,
in your
never
bedroom.
willingly.
This time
Well,
it happened when you weren't even here.
yeah, it's the only kind of business room I've seen.
You know what, I'll make it clear at this point, right? So, you, especially you. None of you are welcome in my bedroom at any fucking hour of the day. You can knock sometimes, you can ask questions, but you can all just fuck off out and stay out. This is for me, my missus, my oil bear, my kids, my actual kids.
Couldn't they ask
Maybe
to
you can
come in at
adopt
least?
Basilisk.
I mean, there might be a moment, where there's an emergency and they do have to come in.
If we put stuff like that there, the guy's going to be coming in when he has a nightmare.
Well, that's why they knock and explain the situation first.
I'll allow it, but that's only because my wife is merciful. So, now that business conducted, which is wonderful by the way, everyone out!
Alright. I have a shield guardian to inspect.
What does Gaddix think of the Shield Guardian?
Gaddix can't think right now.
I can't even hear what Gaddix is saying because he's very quiet.
He said he can't think right now.
Oh.
You feeling okay?
I'm alright.
You don't sound alright.
He's
Okay.
drinking coffee.
Ooh, a terrible
okay.
idea.
I just wanted to make sure it was, something that wasn't like physically ill.
Probably not to be aired on the stream. Anyway. Let's move ahead. We can worry about his feeling health later. Remember, if the role player in front of you falls, you pick up his dice and carry on.
Nobody wants to
Dub
touch my
skulls.
dice.
Yours, admittedly, that's a bit, they can be cleaned. They can be purified. We've seen the Zebashu video.
Every single side is a skull.
So we've had the...
Fucking
What
everybody.
they call again? The Iron... Iron? Keep forgetting the
Gauntlet?
name for them.
Yeah.
Order of the Gauntlet.
Lord of the Gauntlet,
Harpers.
Sensorim, and Harpers.
Lords of
Was
Lions.
there anyone else?
And the Emerald Enclave were sorted beforehand.
Yes. And they have already promised 3 scouts and riding lizards for everyone of the main party.
Oh, right. Once we don't get to keep.
Yeah, you do have to give them back.
That's alright, they won't
So we
survive.
We could be mean and ask Bruner if he wants to come, because he definitely does.
You know he does want to come.
I could do with a second dwarf. This one, he's been developing bad habits. I need to show him what a proper dwarf champion's all about. Do it for Moradin.
I canna go.
Oh, you can, as we fill up the tankards again. You can go. It'll be fine. Who the fuck cares? It'll only be a few months. The queens can run things while you're away. Just bring your level 20 stat block along with you.
Actually, they wouldn't be level. They're basically the champions are CR 15. Not level, but CR. Because remember, Jarlaxle CR 15.
Yeah.
You're supposed to beat him up. That's why he has a stat block, right?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, he could be a potential boss in Dragon Heist. Yeah.
And people have tested him.
Actually, not often, but it has happened.
Yeah.
And then they regret it because then he comes back, and then he's really mad because he wants his stuff back.
They get the Baldur's Gate 1 experience very quickly.
Yeah, he comes back with more people saying, I want my things back. And literally, that is his primary concern. Not, you killed me and that was very rude. It is, excuse me, you have my things and I want my things back.
Half of them are sold off already. Tough luck.
It's literally written in the module. Let me, you know what? I'm going to go grab that exact part of the module because it is hysterical. It highlights.
Sarah, you have wounded me.
About.
You ended my life. That I can accept. Many thank you for that exact action. But you took my possessions. And that will not do. I want my hat back. Who stole my hole?
Yeah, literally, this is the text. In the unlikely event that Jarlaxle is killed, Bragendarth raises him from the dead within a 10-day. Once he's back in action, he tries to recover any gear that was stolen from him.
That's how you spell Bragendarth?
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's Bragendarth, yes.
It's an elf thing.
Yeah, cue the Baldur's Gate 3 narrator outtake. Cue the Baldur's Gate 3 narrator outtake where she fucking says, why does this fucking word have 4 apostrophes?
Yeah, when I heard that, I fell out of my chair. I was like, that's...
I know it's a GIF Yankee name, most of them, but that could apply to elves so easily.
Yeah.
I mean, my moon elf in Neverwinter, I was like, I took a regular name and I was like, no, it's not elvish enough, so I threw 2 apostrophes in it. And I was like, that looks better.
Although my favorite is still whenever Rena made a drow character in early access and we just said, oh, that's a pain relief medication. You take 2 of those each morning, right, Rena?
Can we play Tolkien elf or antidepressant?
And it's really hard. It's really fucking hard.
I'm trying to make sure that I have the correct number of all of your assistants.
Yes.
Now.
All of these faceless NPCs, it'll probably never come up.
They have names.
All these faceless NPCs will never come up.
Unless they try to be murderers like Pepito.
Only with Lou. Every one of them will try to get good job.
Oh, no.
It'll just be a special betting pool. Alright, lads. One of yous can get 5 gold pieces right now to your salary if that thing dies in the morning and it looks like an accident.
Can a basilisk be awakened?
I have been thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes. There's no reason it can't be, I don't think.
Yeah, technically you can't speak with animals within either.
Okay.
But if it is treated like a beast, it should be able to be awakened as well.
for Lou's 90th or Lou's 80th birthday again. It'll be a gift.
Unfortunately, once it gets awakened, it also has recognition of who you are and who it is.
That you killed its parents.
It wasn't aware. It wasn't alive for that.
But it will know you are not a basilisk.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be smart enough by then to figure it out.
Awakened right in the rebellious teen phase.
The rebellious basilisk stone everything or stone nothing?
It can
Ideally, it would
anything
stone
it looks
itself.
at.
Yeah, it does.
But you have successfully brought everybody on side.
A lot of. I mean, we have like close to 30 people all said.
Yep. Actually, let me pop over to that place. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 people. 9, 10 riding lizards. No, 13 riding lizards. And you all.
This is turning into some advanced Dungeons and Dragons shit. We have 100 men-at-arms.
50 torchbearers.
Yeah.
Yeah, effectively, there's about 50 living creatures going down.
We have 80 men and women here whose only job is to carry treasure.
Carry the loot, yeah.
I'm kind of torn. Do I want to ride on the riding lizard or the shield guardian?
Yeah, because the main crew.
How fast do these things go? Do I need to tune Kago to keep up? I activate
Tune
NOS.
the lizard.
The issue is they can walk on walls.
Oh, fuck.
Yep, and
Is
they
that
can
an upgrade
they
Carl
can
can
walk on the
get?
ceiling. You can literally, because the saddles, they're literally designed so that you can sit and stay seated as it goes up and actually
Oh,
traverses
so
on the
this
ceiling.
is some, like, what was it, episode 1, the riding lizard that Obi-Wan had? Something like that? Yeah. Fucking running up walls and shit.
Yeah, no, literally. There is a whole drow thing where drow will ride on the riding lizards upside down on the ceiling so that they are not spotted. That's one of the reasons why
I
they don't
typed
like
in
to not be able to see
drow
the
ride
ceiling.
and it auto-filled, so okay.
No.
Yeah. You can put that in tabletop.
That's
so
what I was gonna
everybody
do,
will-
yeah, I was just gonna look it up.
I meant to bring that up. Rena, Braider shared some of your autofills with me, and I'm very disappointed, but not surprised.
Yeah. The autofill stories. See, mine was normal. I pointed that out, you know.
It's just that my top 3, like, okay, so
Her top 3 most used words are Jarlaxle, Drow, and
no, they're not. It's let me show you. I can screen cap it right now.
Okay, so how is that saddle supposed to keep me on? If I'm up to, like, that saddle doesn't
Clench.
seem too.
It straps you in.
Okay, I don't see no straps, but
Yes, it can cause issues if you are stuck. That's literally how a drow weapons master ended up dying. He couldn't get out of his saddle quick enough.
does it have driver's side airbags, or what are we looking at here?
These are the top 3 words that whenever I try to type anything, they're automatically suggested to me. One is a character name. The other one, I don't know why Jarlaxle is number 2 actually. And then I. It's been that way forever. I don't know why. But
It's Yoda when he needs to talk to Jarlaxle. Call Jarlaxle. Hi.
Yep. So, you have effectively an army. The children
have
are
a squad.
excited at the idea. This is effectively It is effectively an army.
Yeah.
In medieval terms, this is a small army.
We're
Congratulations.
gonna do
15
so
of
much killing.
15 of you have been volunteered for babysitting duty. Good fucking luck. I have been told that some of the most meddling operatives in a secret organization were not up to the task. There's no way I can think Jerry Vidroy and think he was an elite.
Do I have the writing lizard sheet? Do I have to go
So,
grab?
but there's
them?
not enough riding lizards for everybody.
There are 13. Oh wait, no. Then they would also have them for the kids. 16.
I mean, the kids could share one.
They would still give 16.
The question is, who gets to walk?
The mounts. Well, the 3 from the Emerald Enclave that belongs to them. So those 3 aren't available.
Yeah.
Technically, the other 16 are freely available, but they're intended for you all, the base party.
How are we actually that many?
There are 10 of you, including Felrect and Eldeth, and then the 3 children.
Alright. Kind of forgot Eldaf and sort of Felrect as well.
Felrect is very hurt.
LDF is also
I
very
mean-
injured, but purely by the hangover. It's like watching Bjorn and Eldef try to get on their lizards. It's just, there's a lump of a dwarf against the side, and they can't get any upward mobility.
At least they can't fall out of the saddle.
They can't get into the fucking saddle is the issue. Come here, you. Just looking at the kids on theirs. Oh, that's a terrifying prospect right there. At least the things that are riding are trained. That should prevent any from darting off. I know of a
They
lot
will
of
be
you,
tied to it, right?
I know of a lot of you are wondering why I'm bringing my kids with me. Don't really have an option. This is the problem with being an adventurer and da. I've had some
By the time
fascinating.
you leave.
I've had some fascinating daycare staff look after them before, and apparently they were not up to the task. As more of a
No.
as more of a statement.
I have just put the entirety of your army and you all on a singular map.
And I bet it fills most of the fucking map.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
No, because they're still enemies.
Why are you doing it on an empty one? But yeah, I'm pretty certain we will not be having our army on the map.
Or
Well-
yeah, maybe consolidate like
Or
5 into
more
5
likely, we
people
won't
into
have our
one.
lizards on the map.
Yeah, it's more that I have them there just to show. Well, because for the first combat, I want to have them there while they're off doing their own things, and then I'll just describe that they're off doing their own bit.
Yeah.
But just so that way you at least get to see what is going on. Here, I'm just gonna block them out so
Still
that
a-
I can show you.
Still love that with the old style, like fighter, whenever you level up at certain points, you just get a force of men. You get soldiers and army following behind you. But then it very specifically states, they will not fight your personal battles. They're just for narrative fights. So they're fucking worthless.
Yeah,
That
that's
does
just
feel
dumb.
good to have an army.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, the first time you get soldiers, it's like 40 to 50 dudes. And it just keeps escalating from there. So it's a case of, you couldn't really make use of them and have an adventure at the same time.
Yeah, I guess like for the one angle I like it as is like if you the proof of like you can take over the whole continent because you're that powerful at like level 20.
Yeah.
So it's just manpower instead of magic power.
I mean, it made sense in Dark Sun at least because of how deadly a place was, and just having a lot of fighting men isn't going to tip the balance really because of who's in charge and how they're in charge.
I suppose it could be used for something like you go clear out that bandit camp, for example.
It's
Or
posted
you
in
escort
tabletop.
Oh yes, all the unique faces on the NPCs.
Yeah. They're each a
Except
unique
names, though.
character. Look at Spy. I like Spy.
So
Maybe that's so many fucking lizards.
2 to 3 fireballs?
Why is Eldith is the only person with a name out of our whole group?
Because she's an actual character.
Yeah, I didn't actually put it there. It's just that, you know.
And funnily enough, we all know each other's names.
You're
Who are you
right.
people?
2 or 3 fireballs could actually decimate that group looking at health values.
Well, it's always the issue of trying to present organized warfare in the Forgotten Realms. Because, like, one battle wizard, and yeah, you could lose massive formations, so there's no way they could do the proper rank and file thing. They'd have to all be skirmishing.
Well, they do. It's just more the thing that there aren't usually enough wizards. What ends up happening is they have strike teams to go after the wizards. Most of combat in Forgotten Realms is go after the wizard.
I know,
Gank
but
the
there's...
wizard.
But then you also include any creature of a breath attack and such, or big boulders coming from giants. Case of, like,
Yeah.
loose formation is the way to go, really.
Yeah. I mean, that actually is covered in the War in Lure War. They cover a lot of the tactics that they have to do, because you have to both do the tactics against the ground forces, but you also have to find a way to protect against all of that. You don't want to be a rank and file soldier in Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. But Bjorn and Harden were for many years.
And you lived somehow.
Well, look at them. Is it any wonder? You've got all
They
this
were
shit.
too drunk to die.
You've got all this shit Harden achieved, and you know Bjorn was along for the ride too. He had a hammer back then. He was able to hit things easily.
Beard has massively improved over the years, though, I'm sure.
It got longer the less hair he had on his head.
Also, technically, Glabagul is not on that map.
Yeah.
Well, he is in a sign of like a bag.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be in the bag because of how slow it is.
He's also pretty chunky.
Well, is Glabagul willing to? I mean, he did help us in combat by blocking the door that one time. Is he inclined to go do a murder? Probably not.
He pops out enough. I will not murder people, but I will assist fighting.
What actually happens if Glabagul is in the bag and we stuff someone else inside the bag?
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Oh, our stuff hasn't dissolved, right? So that's probably fine.
No, we're using Gatix's bag for all our stuff. This bag's just for
Oh.
Glabagul.
Yeah, Harton's bag is for Glabagul. The other bag is just for.
And I mean, anything we find that's super resistant is not going to melt in him. Because he'll
Maybe
be
we'll find
helpful
him a
enough to
friend.
just spit it back out. Probably was also during the whole walking around the street vendors and all of just emptying satchels and stuff into the bag. It's letting the cube delight in new flavors.
Oh,
I know. It's living your dream. To just be someone that can
I can't
endlessly
stand-
consume.
and I can't actually eat rocks and really benefit from that. He can.
Pretty sure he prefers organic stuff.
Can
What do you
gelatinous
mean
cubes
rocks aren't organic?
actually dissolve rocks? I thought they could only dissolve organic matter, like wood, flesh, and such.
Yeah, you actually took a sword from him, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And if they would smelt, dissolve stone, they would always be stuck in a hole.
But he can eat poison and totally be fine.
Good question.
I can eat poison and be fine, but people would be mad at me because it costs a lot of money.
I want to know if you tested this, kind of, but it's a sort of morbid curiosity. And I don't really know if I want to know the answer.
I think he means he needs to be rizzed afterwards.
Yes, shiny rocks. Yes.
What? You all have arranged all of your parties, and next time, you all will be able to potentially traverse into the Underdark after a send-off from King Bruner.
Just where I tell you, we've still got an hour in the session.
Yeah. This was
But we don't want to start anything
Yeah.
big without Bjorn.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not that big of a battle. Yeah,
But
we
he'd
can start
enjoy
it.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
We haven't had. It's been a couple of sessions combat too, so.
Yeah, it's been a couple sessions since we've actually done combat.
It's been a lot of sessions of me fucking talking, holy shit. You told me they'd all have to go off in rooms and talk to the other factions by themselves, Rena. You fucking lied to me. They talked to one faction alone, and I had to get into the other one or else we're gonna lose all our fucking income.
I'm sorry, but yeah, let's get this combat out of the way. Let's do this one. But so effectively, it's midday. Are you planning on informing Bruner that everything's right?
Of course. Not just Bruner too. We also have to inform the prince about his arrangement. Here's the purchase slip. This is the man you go to for it.
Very well. At least you aren't trying to stop me anymore.
There's no point. Well, we just want you to be safe in your travels.
I understand. You all have been good friends to me.
I just hope that when you have more difficulties, you try to keep the temper under control.
I will try. It's hard in this Quagoth body.
I'm sure it is.
But once I am rightfully restored, I will send word to you and you can come visit me.
That'd be nice. For a hell of it, give him the address.
Oh,
We'll plan a feast with all the local delicacies.
that's the spirit.
Wait, did we ever get the made-up recipes from him for like food that doesn't exist?
You can do it now.
He would really kind of explain. He can only give vague ideas because he was a prince, not a cook.
But you would have an idea of what flavors were involved. That could
Not
give
really.
us clues. Okay.
He doesn't give too much. Oh, it's a lot of vagueness.
It's like he doesn't really know what the food really tasted like.
Other than delicious.
Do Quagoths eat in the wild? Meat?
People,
The general stuff that you get in the Underdark, yeah.
mushrooms. Here's the thing, in Underdark, you have to eat the mushroom. You don't get a fucking choice.
Yeah.
Mushroom.
There's many big insects. Giant lizards. And apparently the cowardly hook horrors.
But the prince does begrudgingly agree. He will wait for the amulet to be done so that he can be off. If you tell the children they get their own riding lizard, they are chuffed. The first thing out of their mouth, they wanted to make sure what the names are. They want to know what their riding lizard's name is.
Alright, Rena. What are the lizards' names? Being that you play the
mean, they're
Emerald
bastard,
Enclave
right?
guys who brought them.
good question.
You
They said
didn't
that
see
the
that, did
children-
you? You didn't see it coming that way.
I did not know. They tell the children that they can try naming them what they want.
Okay, good. Since you're the kids, you get to name them now.
I think as your parents, you should assist them in naming them.
You know what that is? That is Sideshow Bob walking into a rake and then taking a turn and walking into another rake.
I think you should help your children name the riding lizards.
All
They
right,
can
let's
name with
take.
advantage.
It will help veto names they suggest. What are the names they suggest?
Already
That's how this
defining
works.
physical characteristics of these lizards.
I mean, you can see
We
generally what
veto
they
Fluffy.
look like.
All right, let's have a look here. So, Nat, your one's called Burnish.
Burnish?
Burnish. Because it's got that little sort of wee edge of colour on it, you know? Like a bit of rubbed off brass.
Hmm.
Unless you have a better name.
Does fantasy name generators have a section for riding lizards?
It's okay, it's okay. Someone else gets to suffer now. Uzi, what would you like to name Jenks's one?
Well, Nat actually mentions, well, the eyes are kind of amber, so why isn't this one amber?
I wasn't aware of that at all. If
Well,
only
you
someone
look
had
in
told
the-
me of its defining characteristics.
I mean, look in tabletop, you can see what they look like.
They all look the same.
Same, yeah.
All of the things posted in tabletop, there are 3 images, they look about the same.
Aw,
That's the general
Look
look
at that
of what they look like.
that second one's from 2007. It's older than me.
Alright, we got Amber for Squidly there. We'll go with a similar sound name. How about Skitters? It's got a bit of a twitchy foot there.
I can take Skitters.
What do you think, Uzi? What do you think for Jenks is there? Look at that one. See how it's so distinct among its fellow siblings.
Name it Drizzit.
Ah, yes, it's the Orden.
But what happens if we meet Dritz? Wouldn't that be awkward to have a riding lizard named Dritz?
Not at
I'm a
all.
fine
No.
riding lizard.
No, we just call Dritz Drizzle. That'll be fine.
No, we just have to pronounce his name correctly. He's Drist. And this is
Aw.
Drizzt.
Isn't he a ranger?
Yeah.
Technically, not quite. Never really.
Well, now he's a monk.
Yeah, I know, and before that he was a fighter. He never did anything rangerly. He was just taught by a ranger and then just kept killing things with swords and bows.
And don't rangers like animals?
He cheated there as well.
No, he made friends with things. He made friends with a lot of things.
I know, but his
Um,
beast companion isn't a beast companion. It's a
Well, yeah,
magical
well, he was-
artifact that becomes corporeal.
He was never a Beastmaster hunter, though.
I know, I'm just saying.
But yeah, no, he made friends with bears and things.
Then you should be fine with the lizard named after him.
That's kind of common for an elf.
I just think that's a little silly.
It
Naming
is,
him
but I
after
think
first.
but I think you can get away with it.
Mm,
It's one of the benefits of youth.
okay, then his name is Dritz.
Well, you know, we should
No
probably
way
call
this can
that.
get awkward.
Oh, yeah, we'll call the other one Jarlath. No, let's not.
You just have to make it
Bet you-
legally distinct. Jarlexel.
I bet if Jarlaxle had a kid, he'd name it after himself.
Oh, no, it's simple. It's JB on the rocks.
Luke, you need to give that lizard your eye patch.
A lizard eye patch for a lizard.
That poor snake desperately trying to wrap around.
Probably wouldn't even fit on Harton's head.
No, probably not.
Maybe it elongates.
Oh, let me swap eyes really quick.
It just hooks onto the ear.
you can't hear out of one ear, but you can still
No,
see.
it's like the leg of a pair of glasses.
I'm imagining you just biting onto the very base of your nose, then to cover your eye.
Amber, Skitters, Drizzt's Dorn. Look, it's a psychological effect, because when we call out, Drizzt, hold back there, they'll really think we've got the legendary ranger with us.
Exactly.
We can dress up me or Velric.
Probably Felric. Well, he's got the white hair. You don't.
True. Although actually, is Velric going to be disguised as an elf over down there, or going for Drow?
I'm going to be myself down there. It is better if we run into any drow. I do not want to be pretending to be a surface elf.
It just goes many layers of problem there, doesn't it?
That is not many. That is, oh dear, they're going to want to eviscerate me.
Especially when they find out what you did.
Oh, do not even mention that.
It's really good to fin the herd there. One less saying their praises. Well done.
We are not even going to reference.
I mean, I took one down myself. What's the problem there? We're brothers in this.
That's great. I do not want it even hinted at that I have killed a high priestess.
I can tell you right now, Valkyr looked upon you with a bit of favour there.
Horrocks trying to count how many high priestesses we've killed so far.
Not that many,
One.
sadly.
One.
Just
Lower
regular
priestesses,
right?
though.
Yeah,
Didn't we kill one in the previous one-shot material? Well,
Oh yeah, she was a high priestess. Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
you've killed 2 high priestesses. The rest of them have been normal priestesses.
Yeah. And Horik beat the ever-loving shit out of that one. It's just kapow, kapow, making her seize up by repeatedly breaking her knee.
Yep, that worked well.
But if you do go to inform Brunner, he asks that you all at least. He basically needs to try to, get everybody together and try to get you your everything you'll need to actually head out and survive in the Underdark. So you won't have to worry about trying to find food on your way out there.
Oh, look at that. Fresh annotated Volo's guides to the Underdark. Perfect. All the information you could ever need.
No.
Nice than pages to wipe with.
But his goal would be for you to be able to set out tomorrow. And he does want to have another feast for you all that night.
So you don't want us setting off early, I can hear that.
No, you're going into the Underdark. I don't think it matters much if you set off at noon or if you set off in the morning. You ain't going to be seeing it anyways.
True enough, true enough.
Us, another party.
And one where we don't have to rub elbows. Perfect. And just fucking enjoy yourselves. Oh, and of course, after naming the kids' ones, he just walks over to his own. There you go, Lurgan. I'll see you later.
As you now have a proper menagerie.
We'll see about handing this one back. It won't want to go back.
Ye gods, you have a lot of people.
Well, we're meant to.
Yeah.
This is what the book forces upon us. And I'm sure it doesn't give any suggestion how a DM's meant to handle all this, really.
Oh no, the suggestion is you don't, and you have them do things off screen.
Yeah, okay, exactly as I was expecting.
Yes, the
That's
idea
fine.
is effectively, like in this first encounter, I'm having them on the screen just so you can visually see them on the screen.
Yeah.
But that's all being handled technically off to the side. And some of the combats, yeah, everybody will be there, and it's just they're over there doing their thing, you're doing your thing.
Yeah, they're stopping more from coming this way.
Exactly. So, is there anything y'all want to stock up on before your absolute raging kegger that you're gonna have tonight?
We're a bit too broke. None of
Then
these
you don't
fuckers
free
came along.
potions?
None of these fuckers came offering gold to help.
Well, I'm sure we included in their contract with the Zentharan that they were paying for the food for their people at least.
Bruner's doing that.
Okay, good.
Bruner is supplying the foodstuffs. So you're covered there. It is a lot. Your riding lizards have satchels upon satchels to help try to cover this.
And I'll probably put on create food and water just to stretch it out a little bit further.
That shield guardian looks kind of small for a large construct. Is it actually small, or is that...
Yeah, my construct's
Uh,
bigger.
Let me look 1 second. Oh yeah, it is large. Might be. Hold on.
It's 3 more
My
squares that
table.
are going to be off the table.
It's not even wearing a dress.
There we go. I moved it around.
Man, the memories have gone from the Verexis group. I was one of the first guys you met.
There we go. Okay, I fixed it.
The Clump and his partner, Shield Guardian, that was Ronaldo, in a dress and a wig.
Mm-hmm.
And he could ride inside him for protection.
will
We
the
brought it
shield
up for the
guardian-
Fuggle Clumps, actually. I
will
was
the
told
shield
he was
guardian-
election.
Will the shield guardian be one of those things that just disappear, or is it...
No, you have the shield guardian technically. And right now it has lightning bolt in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask.
Yeah, it has a lightning bolt spell in it right now.
I should probably keep that.
Okay. So, you all have a raging party. And yeah, this is not like before where they're at least trying to be proper. The dwarves are here for fun and drink. And you have an inkling that several of them are going to be spending the night in the hall with how much they're drinking.
This is the way it should be.
They are heavily encouraging all of you to drink the same.
Give it a go. Why not?
Go.
It's been a while. Hours later, got fucking one arm over Bruner's just saying, "Now, I hope you put on a proper fucking party when we come back as heroes. Not this piddly we
Actually-
send away thing."
See, Corvus, you
Yep.
say that, but you barely get into the sauce, and you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hello, how are you?
You see Caddy Bree.
Oh, hello, lass.
May I have a word?
Yeah, you better do it now before I break a habit.
She brings you out. I had a question when you were leaving. You had a sword hilt.
Aye, got it on me now.
May I see?
Aye, sure. Behold the great and glorious Dawnbringer.
And you notice she looks it over and she holds out her hand and says, "May I?"
Aye, no bother. As long as you don't have a problem with it yourself, Dawnbringer, aye?
Oh no, that's fine. I don't mind meeting new people.
Aye, she's a nice
It's
girl.
exciting.
Here you go.
And Caddy Bree takes the sword and muses over it for a bit. Do I remember that you had a warhammer before? When you came by and I popped into Shipcurve?
Aye, it's not a very good one. I left my proper one back home, for home defense purposes. but I've been using this owl fucking lump.
Oh, you didn't bring the vicious one?
No, he did. That's the one he's referring to
Okay.
as a little lump because it was Dow swinging it around. It's like, this isn't as good as my proper one.
Just when I had let you go, I'd been thinking about something, and I wanted to see if I could try something. I've done it before, but I can't make promises as to results.
Can you make promises as to safety?
And you can see she hems on it.
She's been through a lot. I don't really want to put her through more if it's a bit worrisome.
I did it to me dash shield. I would like your trust. I don't think anything bad will happen, but I can't make promises. I can get Dawnbringer's consent also.
Aye, obviously, of course.
I'll explain a little bit more to her what I'm thinking. I don't want to fully explain. It's a bit difficult.
Typical fucking wizard, not thinking she can't put in the smaller words of a cleric.
After a moment, Dawnbringer agrees to take the potential risk. Would you be alright if I take both of these down to the forge?
As long as she signed off on it.
I'll have things back to you before morning. I promise.
I'm not sure I'll be conscious then, but aye, go ahead.
And with that, she takes both of the weapons and wanders off.
Oh, fuck. Alright, this is getting flat. Let's refill.
Greatest robbery in history.
Yeah, this will get him back for what his kids did to me.
Steal Gwenevere from me for 5 minutes.
Brings back Dawnbringer, she's fucking pink.
Now I have to use it, Harden. Come on.
Still hurts your eyes.
Yeah, but it's funny if a drow uses it.
It's like whenever I'm handing it to you, you're instinctively recoiling away.
That's good. I'll point the sword away from me every time. I will not stab myself ever.
And you all have what can only be described as a raging kegger, but with the best food you've ever had. There is no question. Food abounds. The drink abounds. It is fantastic. And people, when it's time to leave, if you partake in the drink, everybody is stumbling out. No ifs, ands, or buts. I assume Gaddix didn't partake because he doesn't drink.
No. He may have been swiping some for fuel, but he doesn't drink.
You know what he needs? He needs a tankard of sobriety. So he can drink along but never get drunk.
No, he doesn't want to drink along. That's a fuel source.
It's
not that he doesn't want to drink, it's that it's more valuable to him in other uses.
Harden and Bjorn, of course, thrive in this environment, going through the different songs and such, mingling with all the groups.
Is there like a bag of holding? Can I make a bag of holding tankard or whatever, or somehow to like pour it in the tankard?
I mean, you could just pour it into the bag of holding and hope no one minds that everything stinks of booze. Just get a very long but slender bottle and just slide it in.
Yeah.
But come morning, yeah, you all have a hangover. Something fierce, but you know you have to get ready in the morning.
Fucking Warfin.
Adrex would not have drunken either, not after the previous experience.
Taking the easy way out, Harden, I see.
Fucking right.
I'm gonna suffer like a man. Oh god.
Felric was light on the booze, and he just goes, "Oh, that still stings a bit."
How did I know? I was like, the minute you said taking the easy way out, I was like, he casted, yeah, lesser restoration.
Yeah.
How about Uzana?
No, she didn't drink.
Well, half the party is apparently not drinkers.
Wait, we're wasted on a dwarven settlement.
Fucking squares.
I mean, I have an excuse, so.
But, Harton, something peculiar is in your room.
For fuck's sake.
It is the handle for your warhammer.
I'm not entirely inclined that the girl came in and out without being noticed. Did you see her, Uzi?
Don't think so.
Right, let's have a gander here. What's she done to my hammer? Where's me Dawnbringer?
The Dawnbringer is not there at all, and the
Uh-oh.
head of the warhammer is not there at all.
Well, it's gotten easier to
Yeah,
carry.
fucked.
So it's a stick.
Yeah, look for
It is a
scorch
stick.
marks.
Do you pick it up?
Aye, of course.
Oh, good, please light me.
Oh, it's you.
It's me!
She gave you a makeover.
It was very exciting. You should light me. Give it a go.
Alright, it gave me a moment though, because I was on a massive fucking rip last night, so I might wince, I might flinch here. Uzi, sun's about to come in.
All drow, please shield your eyes.
There better not be any in our fucking room right now.
Sun comes in, they just turn to ash.
I
Dumbledore was hiding.
fucking lighted up, waving underneath the bed in the closet.
Harton, it's your warhammer, but Dawnbringer.
You look quite nice. I know you put on a wee bit of weight, but it's working well for you.
Why, thank you. I think this is a pretty good form too.
Aye, suits you.
So add, it is literally still the Dawnbringer,
Yep.
except for, it is now vicious, and it deals bludgeoning.
Alright. Well, I don't think it did any, well, it doesn't do any damage apart from radiant.
It didn't do slashing damage,
No, it just did radiant damage,
yeah.
because it doesn't have an actual
Correct.
blade.
but it is now a vicious blade, and
Yes,
it is
that's-
now thematically a warhammer.
So vicious is... Was it an extra 7 damage or something on a crit?
And then the crit, see the vicious warhammer, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Let me pull up the stats that I use for that. Vicious warhammer. Yeah, extra 2d6 bludgeoning.
Oh, an extra 2d6 bludgeoning. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take a look here. Yep, okay, that looks to be right. Terrible fucking roll, but it looks right.
It is correct.
I gotta say, it's a bit difficult for me to wrap my head around the idea of a warhammer that's just made of light and
You
doesn't
think-
weigh anything.
Oh no, that's an easy one to get. Rena, do you want to tell them what the actual example was? But
The what Cadbury actually did with an actual
for Jarlaxle, yeah.
yeah. Okay. Cadbury, well, Jarlaxle had to pull her arm for this, by the way. She did not want to agree to this. It was a Dawnblade and a whip that, when you cracked it, could open a tear into the elemental plane of fire. And she combined the both of them for Jarlaxle wanted it for Zaknafane. And effectively, it is a Dawnblade, but Zach can also turn it into a whip, and it still has the exact same properties as the whip. So he has a whip blade.
Okay, the kind of what's it called? Soul Calibur style.
Kind of like that, but without the chain part.
See, now I just need it to have enlarge reduce on it. And I'll be sorted. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a bit weird, but
Yeah.
the whole thing about the Warhammer is that it's heavy and weighty and does big impacts.
Except for
Take away the
now,
weight
it's
and
yeah.
and it doesn't do that anymore.
It's magical. It simulates weight.
It feels right, even though technically it is not.
Hang on, did I actually fix that? No, I did not. There we go. Let's fix the crit value back. There we go. Very nice. Now, we've only got about half an hour left. So do you want to end it here? Or do we have more morning things?
It's probably wise, because you
Can someone knock on Horik's door with a single potato?
The potato shaped like a basilisk.
More importantly, can someone knock on someone else's fucking door instead of mine?
Horik's having breakfast. Bacon, eggs.
Deep rofe.
Oh, works. Yep.
A whole flank of one just roasting, ready for him.
Horik was fine after the drinking. 22 con save. He's fine.
Let's see. I usually do poorly on these. Might have been alright. But the simple fact is, he doesn't drink a lot anymore. And he decided, for fun, to just go all in on it. Because how often do you get to drink in the court of King Brunner?
Well, probably for us, way more often than most people.
Yeah, actually, this might become a regular thing.
Yeah.
We just need
We're
to...
definitely coming
You
back
have a
here after,
hangover.
like, at least once. At least I'm a watch captain.
We just need to level up a bit more so Uzi has teleportation circle.
As a matter of fact, let's see how Felric. Felric was light on the drink, but
But is also a
that
light
didn't
fucking
save him.
weight.
Yeah. Did
We'll
not
support
save
each other.
him.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I think Harton didn't do too badly then.
Yeah, Martin did fine. Meanwhile, Felric is yeah, Bernard's a you
dwarf.
are a dwarf.
You're probably a little wilted, but otherwise fine. It's like too high a content.
Recharged with alcohol.
Yeah. But it's just, a little too high of an alcohol content for the things that are living off you.
It's a mass extinction event.
Just one mossy
I
patch falling
imagine-
off.
I imagine they would have built a tolerance by now.
But we will call it here, so this way that poor
Scotch.
yeah, brain was not naming for a moment there. Poor Scotch will actually get to see, y'all fight.
Yeah. Might get a scene with
And he'll
Eldeth,
get to
you never
see
know.
your army. Yeah. Your full army.
And we'll get to see if he managed to survive the party too.
Oh, I'll roll for him right now.
Don't do that. Why would you curse a man like that?
Yeah, that's the point. I want to curse him like that. He's fine.
Yeah. No bother.
What about Eldeth? Where is she? Companions. Eldeth.
She's fine.
Thankfully, she's a dwarf. Yeah. Otherwise, she would not be fine. But she's fine.
And of course, Squidly, who managed to sneak away some booze, is fucked.
No.
Squidly did not drink.
No, and of course they didn't do anything. The parents were nearby.
No, he's aware. Maybe that's not a great idea, just because they have all heard about dwarven booze. While Squidly might try, Nat forbids it. Nat is absolutely not. No. Sit down. Behave.
Now the question is, did Hooten try and get a drink at some point?
She's a well-behaved girl. She's probably the most well-behaved of the group. Now, she probably fucked up a cushion and a couch.
Probably.
Nah, she would have been at home with the kids after all.
Oh, that's true. Well, you didn't take them with you to the Rager?
It's not really for the kids.
Oh,
I mean,
Bruder
they're
would
coming to the
disagree.
Underdark.
This is the dwarf thing. I mean, the dwarven children could be there.
At the kid table where they just have light wines and coolers.
Watered down beer.
Yeah, it's got a whole 5% water in there. Took the edge right off. Practically elven booze. But no one questions if any kid walks up to the real bar and gets a drink anyway. Look at that, I'm so proud his first steps to a bartender.
Look at that one. He's going to be worshipping the porcelain throne tonight. I'm so proud.
Oh, look at our wee man puking in the street. Quick, get us a picture of us together. I'm about to do it myself. Wonderful bonding. They wake up with a tattoo as well. And of course, drunk Harton on the way back, reassuring Susanna, I'm not going to do this all the time, of course. She's just, when do you get a chance to do it with the High King of the Dwarves, eh? I'm definitely feeling it more than I used to, though.
In a good or bad feeling yet?
Oh, I can feel it coming up bad. But you know what? I still got enough in me. Maybe we should think about expanding the family.
I don't know. We just recently got 3 kids.
A 4th sounds right, doesn't it? A real 4th.
Are you ready to give up adventuring?
Fuck, I'm not.
Then probably not.
I don't know, you're the one that carries it.
And wherever you go, I go.
That's true, but you know, you've got your gravity magic. I'm sure a pregnancy wouldn't be much of an issue for traveling.
It's more of what happens in the fights.
True enough, true enough. Fuck, I really am not ready for the end of adventure. That's a weird one to think. I'm gonna be doing this when I'm well past the fucking grey period. Well, I feel it, you know. Maybe I'll get lucky and someone will bash my ankle or something.
I don't even think that would keep you.
Not for a day. Still, might as well enjoy ourselves. Go on up to bed. There you go, there's your touching romantic moment. Let's see then. So, any other business?
I think we're good to hit the button.
Alrighty then.